You're listening to the Footy First podcast on TSN 1050. Champions live here.
That's right, folks. It's Saturday, and that means one thing and one thing only here on TSN 1050. It is time for Footy First. Nick McVicar, Niko Giantsopoulos alongside me. Sergio has a game today, so no Serge, unfortunately. He keeps coming in, he keeps going out. I don't know what to do with him, Niko.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm kind of the same, so I can't talk much.
I know, I wasn't going to say it, but you walked into that one.
I'll oust myself.
We got a lot to talk about this week because obviously we have MLS action. We had the Canadian Championship. That's what I thought we were going to lead off with this week, logically. And then something happened last weekend, and we have to get into this because the soccer tournament happened, and the Canadian contingent balled out. They represented our country so well, and we are very, very lucky to be joined by two members of that squad. We got Damion Graham and Jared Phillips with us. Boys, how's it going?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. Happy to have you here. Jared, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Here with two superstars.
Hey, I'm getting used to talking with professional athletes. This is really cool for me. Like to get to watch people that get to talk to people that we watch on TV and watch on this tournament is incredible. But you guys balled out last weekend. You represented the country in an incredible way. I want to start here with both of you, and you can answer individually and together. But like the question I think a lot of fans of this team are asking is how did the team come together before the tournament? Like, how was the team made? Was there like a big tryout process, or how did it all kind of come together?
Well, I mean, it was crazy. They actually put up a post on one of the websites, Sports League Canada, and they had like an open tryout to see who would want to try out and be on the team. But they also had a couple guys that they were kind of keeping their eye on throughout the whole process of like a couple months, and then they factor in a bit of guys, and then we just kind of went from there.
So when did you hear about the tournament? Like you two individually, when was the first time? Was it a couple months ago? Was it early?
I was at the gym actually. It was in December. Patrice Geyser called me.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, "Hey buddy, what's up? I was like, "Pal, what do you want?" He goes, "You want to play in the tournament?" And I was like, "What tournament?" He goes, $1 million tournament. I was like, in my head, I was like, "Okay, Pat, what $1 million tournament you want to play?" And he goes, "No, seriously, like $1 million tournament. It's in North Carolina." And I just said, "Okay, sure." And he goes, "Mario's gonna call you like later on in the day." Sure enough, Kova calls me, and he goes, "Jay, I need you to play." I was like, "Okay, I'll play." He goes, "Seriously, though, I need you to play." I was like, "Mario, I will play." And then after that, Mario called me like every week.
So is Mario like the GM of this team?
Basically,
He's Tom Brady.
Describe Mario.
Quarterback and so on.
Describe Mario for people that might not know him. How would you describe him? Because he's a character in the soccer world.
He's
in the Canadian soccer scene.
The funniest guy, one of the slowest but most technical strikers like I've ever seen in my life. That guy, he can control like I don't know anything. You could smash a ball in his feet and he's controlling it.
Yeah,
that's one of the best strikers I've ever played with.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now he's putting together this team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys go down to North Carolina. You get to the first match and you see the setup, because we were talking about it off air. The setup was just incredible down there. They did a great job with that. You see the setup. What starts going through your mind at that point? It's like, oh, this is real, or okay, well, let's just get down to the game and get going.
Yeah. Distracted, that's for sure. Being the pitch, I'm like, what? This is crazy. Crazy. It looks like a guy was cutting the grass with scissors. Yeah. I'm touching it. I'm saying, wow, like it's insane. It's insane.
And were you expecting that, or did that kind of catch you off guard? Like, did you realize it was going to be? So, what was the buy-in for this tournament as well? I mean, this is basically a money tournament.
The big money.
It's the
biggest one ever. The biggest version ever. Yeah, biggest version ever.
Does it compare to the FTF money tournament? Or no?
Sorry to throw you under the bus, but not at all.
So, what was the buy-in for the tournament?
Honestly, as far as I can tell, I know they had. So if you got in early, a certain slot, you'd pay, I guess, 10 bands.
Okay.
And then after that, you pay like a higher amount, and then the next set paid a higher amount, and you kept going and going. Okay. Right. But I don't know what.
And you as players, did you guys put up the money? Or
did the
nothing. SLC?
SLC.
They did it all.
And who's this guy? Who's this man that we need to shout out?
Josh Kahn. Josh Kahn from Sports League Canada, from the hangar.
And was he your coach there? Or no, who was your coach?
Our coach was Lorenzo Redwood.
Okay.
So
They
shout out to
both did it.
They
but
both all
Lorenzo
did
was
it.
like the head guy.
The guy that we saw doing the interviews throughout.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the coach. Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, he put the right squad out there. You guys had a great
Exactly.
tournament. You get out of the round robin, you start playing these knockout matches, right? Like at that point, did it set in like, okay, we have a chance to go deep in this tournament, or was it still like game by game, like, hey, we're figuring this out, we're just gonna go with the flow?
Honestly, some guys are saying like Daniel Gogarty was like, we won the first game, and they were like, yo, that was tough. But after that, it was like,
Who was the first game against?
Necaxa, the Mexican squad.
yeah.
Yeah, the Mexican
So
squad.
we won that, and was like, okay, guys, like we can do this. Then we hit the second game. It's like, okay, come on, like we can definitely play. Third game was obviously different, but after that, we just kept going. We was like, guys, got one more game, just one more. Win that one more game. Win that one more game. We kept going from there, and that was it. We found our way into the final.
Crazy. Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
And I do best moment like through the group stage and stuff like that. Like there was tons of like celebrities that were in and around. Who do you remember kind of bumping into? Cesc Fabregas.
Actually, I didn't see him personally, but Lorenzo got
a video. With
Yeah,
him.
talking to his daughter.
Yeah, he snagged one in there. Yeah, he got a good one. It was like a special one. He had his phone and everything, grabbing it, talking in the camera. Like, wow, this is intimate. Yeah,
That's cool.
There was Ocho Singles in our hotel.
Oh, yeah.
So he was there. We were in the elevator with him, just talking calmly, like
Yeah.
he was just chilling. Yeah,
Just a nice casual conversation with Ocho.
Yeah, it's cool. I just passed by him. I'm like, what's going on, big guy?
While you were at the tournament, would you guys be like watching the other games, like scouting, like because I mean, like you said, $1 million on the line.
100%.
you gotta want to see.
Absolutely.
Are you doing everything you can throughout the thing, or which I don't think is a bad strategy? Are you just kind of vibing like you guys have played together 1 million times in pickup and stuff like that? Do you go with that vibe? Like, what was it more?
I want to say it's like a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Because the guys kind of, honestly, we said to ourselves, we don't care. We don't care who we're facing.
Yeah.
We're just going out there. They don't know us. We don't acting like we don't know them. So we went out to play. Why I say it's a mixture of both is because one of the guys actually, he do the scouting. He's like, all right, you guys go for like lunch. I'm gonna go watch this game. And then he came back and he has like notes and stuff. We're like,
every team has that
so
guy.
you know
Every
what I
team
mean?
has
You
that
have to we can eat and you also get our studies in, So yeah.
Those are the guys that keep a team together.
Absolutely,
though. They're the ones
100%.
that, like, okay, I got this, boys. You go do what you need to do. Get ready. I will come with the scouting report.
Because some of the guys, like, I didn't know. Mihai, I didn't even meet this guy before. I didn't know who this guy was.
Yeah,
like,
this is-
at all.
yeah.
So that was going to be my next question. Like, did you know everyone going into the tournament, like game one, or were you meeting some guys like the week of? Sort
No,
of thing?
so like literally can't even go to game one. You got to go in like the van.
Yeah.
This guy's meeting people. Go, hey, my name's Damion.
We're at the carpool, Highway 7 in Western Road, Colossus. Hey, who's this guy? How you doing, man? Jared, who's this guy?
You ready to win $1 million?
Ready to win a mill? Yeah, pretty
Crazy. Like he's in the car. It's Kai Martin. He's just like
silent.
quiet.
This guy gonna
You didn't
kill
even
us?
know he's in the car.
Yeah.
13, 14 hours. You didn't even know this guy was in the car.
Well, it's funny because then as the tournament goes on, it actually seems like you guys get really close. Is that how it felt?
That's literally how it went.
Yeah.
That's why this one is so special.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I know he feels the same. All the guys feel the same. I felt like we've known and actually chilled with each other outside of like playing the game footy, like together as a whole. I felt like we chilled for like a long time, and like it wasn't even like that. It was crazy. It was actually crazy. Like unity was like insane.
A tournament like that could really bring.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
100%.
Like the pressures of that tournament is actually,
understated.
like
Yeah.
it's,
Understated,
you're paying for $1 million. Like not many soccer players at even the professional level can
Yeah.
say that.
Well,
It's a different kind of pressure.
You can't,
and so
you
many
can't
eyes.
compare that. You can't compare that to anything in the youth levels. You can't
No.
compare it to really any.
Yeah, no, not at all.
The closest thing you can compare it to is maybe like an MLS Cup final or like a champion,
Yeah.
like maybe not Champions League because it's Champions League, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
League is a higher level.
but
so,
like a
Well, yeah.
cup final. That's the only thing you can even compare it to, and those don't have $1 million on the line.
On the line,
Like,
exactly.
for guys who aren't being necessarily paid to play soccer, like some people, right? There's a lot of guys in that tournament who weren't being paid to play
Oh, yeah.
prior.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Right? So
Definitely.
it's
A
like
lot.
there's a chance for these guys to make $1 million
Yeah.
as a group, but $1 million,
Yeah.
which is incredible. That's
Yeah.
what the soccer tournament, and I mean the predecessor, the basketball tournament, was about.
Yeah.
And hopefully it can keep going. We were talking about it off air. Like, do you guys think this is going to become a yearly thing?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
I think the basketball one does 2 a year. I'm not mistaken.
Let's aim for one right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Like a summer
Baby
and winter
steps.
transfer.
Wow,
window.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, I didn't know
That's
that.
the biggest showcase, and then you could get a
crazy.
move.
Yeah, yeah,
window.
yeah. I know, right? Oh my god.
Speaking of that, like obviously you guys balled out. Everyone here in Ontario was kind of talking about it, and
Canada.
Canada. Well, I know I'm using Ontario because I can only know what happened in
Well,
Ontario.
I'm
but-
talking to friends that play at Pacific. I'm talking to
Really?
friends
Well,
that
there you
play
go.
at Calgary.
Yeah.
Talking to
I
friends
was
that
gonna say,
play
I
out in
know
Halifax.
Cavs
So
too,
across
but-
Canada, locker rooms that we were all talking about it.
Yeah, it, like,
Wow.
I was telling Damion off the air. Sorry, not to
go ahead.
interrupt
I think you were
Nick,
going to ask
but-
the same question.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna ask a question. You asked a question, but like to put perspective of like how important it was. We were playing away at Valor, halftime. You know, we have a game as well. We
Yeah.
got to worry about. I go like Ricci, like what's the score? Stuff like that. Like that's how like
Holy.
invested I was in this tournament.
But that's the thing is that so many people were invested. Did you guys like realize how big of an impact you guys had on the Canadian soccer like landscape? Like you were
Honestly?
the talk for a week and a half.
Yeah, not at all. Because I had friends, like, I think by like the quarterfinals, I had many friends text me and go, yo, the streets are hot. They're talking about it. I was like, are you serious? They go, yeah.
Lock is lava.
Literally. They were going to men's league games. He goes, yo, nobody's like playing the games. Everybody's just talking about like, yo, are they going to win the next game? What's the score? What's going on? Who's scoring? That was all they wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week on the show, me and Serge, like giving you guys the shout out because we wanted to do it anyway. We were going to do it whether you made it to the quarterfinals or not. But the fact that you guys not only made it to the quarterfinals, you won the quarterfinals, won the semis, and made it to the final, it just makes that story so much better, right? And a lot of guys, there's a few players on the team that maybe people in and around the GTA area in the soccer community might know. There's some guys that no one has heard of before. That's
yeah.
how cool the story is.
Yeah.
That this is a team that just came together and ended up getting to the finals. Like that's the best part about this.
So, do you think there was a platform for your soccer careers as well? Do you think playing in a tournament like that, performing and stuff like that, or is it like a indoor league that and stuff like that? Like, do you think there was this a platform for your soccer careers to get exposure?
I say it could help. The convener came in at the end. Sorry, the convener came in at the end of the finals and said, if you guys want tapes or me to talk to whoever it is, I'm more than happy to do
that
it.
makes it
Yeah.
even a better tournament when the
Yeah.
convener's
Exactly.
willing to,
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
vouch
Yeah.
for players. Like,
It's
that's
pretty crazy.
huge.
He's good though.
Yeah, he's solid,
He
he's
just
solid.
gave a whole speech and he said, "Listen, I'll do whatever I need to get your stuff out there, to get you wherever you want to go or try." You know?
Yeah.
Whenever when you scored that banger, oh my God, Jared's sold.
Oh my
gone.
goodness. Yeah.
Saudi
oh
Arabia,
my, yeah.
like, he's gone.
he's got. Yeah. They got him. Yeah. No.
Because everybody kept saying, let him go to his left," and I was like, "Guys, I'm right-footed. What's going on here? Like, what is going on here?" Oh man.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just get those opportunities, right? And you
Right?
gotta take them. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll get into more of the conversation about the tournament, maybe what could come next for the team and everything around it. You're listening to Footy First here on TSN 1050. Welcome back to Footy First here on TSN 1050. Nick McVicar, Niko Giantsopoulos, and we are joined by two special guests from SLC, Damion Graham and Jared Phillips. And guys, I want to get back into the conversation about the soccer tournament because obviously it's been the biggest story for a week and a half, and it's not even close. We've had a Canadian Championship winner. We've had MLS games. We've had CPL matches. You guys are by far the biggest conversation. We kind of got into it off the other end. Has anybody from the squad gotten reached out to by any teams or anything that you know of? Or is, like, we talked about this being potentially a jumping point for players on the squad. Anybody you know of get a spot yet? Or get a shout from anybody, I should say?
I don't think so. No.
No?
I'm not too sure.
I'm kind of shocked by that.
I know.
Just a bit. I don't think yet.
Listen,
Yeah,
the transfer
think
window just opened. We got a
There's
few
time.
more weeks. Yeah, there's talks. Yeah. Fabrizio Romano.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Valid, fair enough. Well, we were kind of talking about it in the break about like how impressive this tournament was, just from a setup perspective and how big it was. And I kind of want to give credit to the tournament itself because
Yeah.
you guys were talking about the setup, and I just kind of want you guys to go on about it because I was just standing there impressed in the break listening to you guys. So I'll let the floor go to you guys and just like tell everybody what this tournament was like when you got there. Everything that you saw that was impressive.
I mean, Jared could co-sign when I tell you everything was top notch. From when we got there, I mean, the playing field was a little bit of a walk from where the change room was.
Yeah.
Golf carts ready to go. Hey, beep beep, let's go. I'm like, whoa, what's going on, Jared? What's going on? Golf carts full. I'm like, oh, holding one. What's going on here? Getting drive to the field. They filled up your water. Everything was top notch. The water was good. The pitch was good. Officiating. You know, everyone complains.
I want to ask, how was the ref?
Oh,
Good? You weren't beefing a ref?
Okay, I'm not gonna go on a limb and say it's completely fine. But remember, we are Canadian. We are Canada, pretty much. Okay, I was looking at the ref, like, but no,
Right,
honestly,
I'll be nice.
but no, Jared can co-sign. It was fantastic. Setup was amazing. No, Jared?
yeah. Like you warmed up on like a little turf area. They still like 11 turf fields like in behind. So when you leave like your little, I don't know, change room or shed area, you walk right there. It's like a 30-second walk. Then you can walk straight to the field. Like they sign you in, they make sure your ID's correct, all that stuff. Then you walk to the field. And then it was just like, you see just nice, 2 massive 11 grass fields.
Wembley pitches,
Yeah,
right?
like
Carpet.
Oh
It's-
my God.
Crazy.
You get there and you got 2 containers, water, the bio, what is it?
Biosteel.
They had a body armor.
body armor.
They're a new armor. I guess they're new brand
Yeah.
body armor.
They
Yeah.
had 2 full containers of water, body armor, and like, it's always being refilled. Towels, everything, man.
Yeah,
It was-
yeah.
The setup was just
And so then break us down, because you were there for 4 days, right?
yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
Correct? How many games did you have the first day, Thursday? Was it just one a day? No, you played 2 a day.
Two
a day.
One in the morning, one at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing then the
Same
next
thing,
day?
Yeah.
I think so. It's bringing you back to like youth
Ooh.
soccer
Ha-
days.
absolutely.
God.
Like playing
Esther
in, like,
Shiner.
Union
Oh, mini World Cup.
Actually, like, that's like
Yeah,
kinda
no,
like
for real.
fun.
Yeah.
I thought my body's gonna be screaming, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so how'd it feel?
it's because the grass.
The grass, and not only that, we gotta give a shout out to the medic. They had a therapist on site. You can go there whenever you want. There were guys just sitting there. I seen them like the game before. I'm like, what's this guy
Oh,
doing
yeah.
here? Yeah,
He's
like,
still there after
He's
your
still,
game.
he's still there now. He's still there now. No, it was top notch. Yeah, so body wise, they would take care of you. You can go get a massage, rubbed out. They had like the guns. They had the Normatec, the boots and stuff. Yeah, no, it was crazy.
Everything. They had everything.
I was saying, like proper setup.
It was I was
These
insane.
guys have a better setup than most CPL clubs.
Literally.
And you're rocking up in
They had a massive tent, like full of everything.
Yeah, just ready to go. Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
It reminds me of like, I mean, the biggest tournament I ever played, which wasn't big. I'm saying that right now, was the Disney Showcase down in Florida. right?
Oh, I
From,
played in
like,
that one.
Chelsea,
That was
right?
my next
That's
biggest one.
nice.
Yeah,
That's a big tournament.
That was my next
It is.
But
biggest
what you
one.
guys are saying, I'm like, it's not even comparable. Like the field was pretty comparable, but other
Oh,
than
yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
like you guys got everything at this tournament, which is incredible. Like, what was the vibes like with the other teams in and around the
Ooh, good
hotel,
question.
in and around the field? Like, was there animosity? Were you guys kind of going?
Once
at
we started like winning, oh,
Yeah. It
we
was.
started winning.
It was.
People beefed with Canadians? How's that possible?
Yeah, you would think so, right? But yeah, like I said before, we are Canadian. Yeah. At the first, I have a funny story.
Toronto Canadian.
Yeah, that's a different breed. Toronto Canadians. Are a different breed. What's it called? No, one of our guys. So we ended up facing a team. We ended up beating them, and then I guess they weren't expecting us to get as far as we did. So they seen one of our players in the lobby and go, "You guys are further than you should be." And we're like, "What does that
Okay.
even? What does that
Yeah.
even mean?" I mean, we beat you guys, but what does that even? But you know what I mean? But after we made it to the finals, we walked through the hotel doors. Both teams.
Cheering.
Going
We're
crazy.
like, what is going on here? This is, and one of the teams were the guys that said, "You guys shouldn't be here." I'm like, this is great. Yeah.
Because they didn't expect it. A Canadian group of like
No.
Like
Well,
when
it's 'cause we have zero clout in the soccer community.
zero. That's what I mean. Like we showed up with like regular T-shirts. This guy's wearing that. This guy's wearing Adidas.
We look like assorted Timbits. Yeah, pretty. No, we look like assorted Timbits. Guys, a black shirt on from Vaughn, Woodbridge shirt on, a
Oh my
Toronto
gosh,
Idol
crazy.
shirt on. Yeah,
We were not
futsal
matching.
shirt. Yeah,
Not
Somebody
matching
just
at
has
all.
like a plain black shirt. Like, no logo, anything.
nothing. It was crazy. It was crazy.
man.
Oh man, that's awesome. Like just to hear all this stuff, it makes me wish I was still playing so that I could so I could play in a tournament like this.
But now I want to move now to the $1 million game. Talk about
Do
like
it.
the final and stuff
Do
like
it.
that. So,
Oh,
and I have a lot of questions about it, but you guys set the scene. You guys win the semifinal match in the target. How sick is that target goal
It's-
rule?
if it wasn't for target score, I don't think we'd be talking like this right now. Target
at all.
score is like yeah. Target score is wicked.
Yeah, like, it's a golden goal for people who don't
Literally,
know.
yeah.
Sudden death, overtime,
Or-
game 7.
Or Elam ending for anyone who watches basketball here in Canada, because that's the way they use the CEBL. It's
Oh
Elam
yeah,
ending.
I didn't know.
So
Wow.
they set a score based off of the third quarter.
Oh wow,
wow.
wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's the same idea.
That's
yeah.
So, anyways, love that rule. CPL might
do too.
might adopt it. It was that exciting. But so then take me. So you qualify for the finals, $1 million on the line. What's the vibe? Is everyone now? What's the conversation?
Anyone
like?
get nervous?
Yeah. What were you guys feeling?
I was okay.
It's a different type of nerves. I don't think it's nerves. It's like let's go. Like I want $1 million. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Anticipation. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You just get like, all right, let's go. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
ready.
One more game.
Let's do this.
And
Yeah.
who do you get matched up with against? Who are you going up against
And this was for the
for the finals?
finals.
Who
the
did you
finals
play in
was
the final?
Newton
Newton
Pride.
Or
Newton Pride. Newton
I
Pride.
don't even know.
They were Newton. They were Newton. That's all that matters.
Newton.
Right? So-
Yeah, it's Newton.
And did you guys think they were you watching them throughout the tournament? Did you kind of expect to see them later? What did you know about them?
We weren't really personally watching. One of the guys actually played with a couple of the guys, so they kind of gave us the rundown. Like I told you guys before, point form. We got their mug shots.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, this guy,
birth,
this
weight,
guy,
height.
yeah. So the night before, or like the night before, or so yeah, they went over certain things, and he told us they're a good team.
Yeah,
They're a good team.
They
Yeah.
play in the
MESL.
Arena League.
They were a bunch of
Yeah,
indoor
a bunch of-
players,
yeah, a bunch
right?
of, yeah.
And is that an advantage going into things? Just
Absolutely.
because they're used to, they have way more reps.
Absolutely,
playing
absolutely.
7 soccer.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I heard they went down a week prior to train
yeah.
together.
So
So,
they-
I mean, that does help,
That
right?
helps.
Yeah.
That
These guys were
kinda
meeting each other at Colossus.
We were going to classes. Yeah, I thought we were going to watch a flick. Yeah.
On the way
Meeting each
down,
other.
We're
We-
still learning names.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a full session.
Guys, listen. When I tell you this, I have to tell you this because I find it so funny. We actually didn't even know our team until we got to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like there's some guys just couldn't make it because of coaching or work and seeing guys in the parking lot. First time we played with each other was the first game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But saying all that in the tournament, did you think you guys were a Cinderella story getting to the finals, or did you feel like no, like I think we're a good team. We're better than the teams you saw.
I would say more Cinderella.
Yeah.
You think more
I'm,
of a Cinderella?
I'm gonna say more Cinderella because even the convener, the owner guy, said
yeah.
that at the end too. He's like, I don't think you guys know what you guys did.
Yeah.
You guys are like a Cinderella story. You guys came in here as nobody knowing who you guys are, and now you guys are leaving, and everyone knows who you guys are. So it was nice to hear too, right? Yeah.
Like American fans were like, "Oh my God, Canada!" People had T-shirts.
Yeah,
kids
it was-
wanted to sign this. Kids
Yeah.
wanted to sign that.
Yeah.
All in the final game.
I'm telling you, you guys were famous. I'm sure you felt famous
Oh,
there
yeah.
for worldwide. It was a big
That's
deal.
crazy.
So you're playing Newton in the finals, $1 million on the line. I mean, I've played in many money tournaments in my life. I know you guys have as well. And a strategy that does come up is, all right, let's negotiate a deal.
Oh.
Like, okay, there's $1,000 on the line. It's like, let's play,
Damien's
let's
reaction to
take
that, just
500,
without you
so we're
actually
all
asking the
guaranteed
question.
money.
Yeah.
250, and we'll play for 500. $1 million on the line. Is a conversation like that ever come up?
I mean,
Uh-oh.
I mean, it always does.
Yeah.
Everything always does.
Yeah.
Especially here, we pay for $5,000. We pay for three grand. Some guys didn't expect to make. They're like, "Hey, you want to spend the $3,000?"
For sure.
Guys are like, "No." I mean,
Common practice.
Yeah, right?
In these tournaments.
Yeah.
and so $1
You
million.
guys might not be experienced of maybe like as a team, but you have lots of money tournament experience.
Yeah.
So you guys know how to do it. So
I mean, we thought everyone thinks about it. You wonder, but like, we were just kind of more like, you know what? Just gonna focus on going for that mill. Kind of show no weakness.
Okay.
You kind
Something with
of,
that.
that someone else,
a mental edge.
like maybe someone else will have talks about that and stuff. We kind of, as a team, we're kind of like, you know what? We're just going out there to.
so
go
the
for that mill.
conversation did take place amongst the guys.
Yeah, you think about it as like, yo, what if we split this? What would it be? Like, what do you think it would be? Of course, it runs through your head. We're like, all right, let's go. We're going for
Let's
it.
just go win it.
Just go win first and
let's-
then figure.
And then let's just go win it. Yeah.
Like-
Jared, did you have any different thoughts?
Oh no.
Did anyone?
Oh no.
Hey, for me, honestly,
Because I texted you going to the game, you're like, we're going for it all.
I was,
Yeah.
And
that's what
I wasn't in any stance to give advice, and I was like,
That's a good
I wanted
talk
it.
about news advice anyway, to be fair.
I wanted it, man. I wanted it. I came this far, and it's like I wasn't supposed to be here, and I was like, honestly, let's just go.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Just go.
Yeah.
So your thought was like, as you said, you didn't think you were supposed to be there. A lot of people didn't think you guys were supposed to be in that final. You're like, you know what? We made it this far. If we win, it's a bonus. If
Exactly.
we lose,
Yeah.
it's where we expect it to be
Yeah.
anyway when we left.
The important thing is that no one lost the thing. You guys only gained and stuff like
yeah.
that, right? So
That's the other thing, right?
I mean, I gained a little bit of a heartbreak, a little bit, but it's still,
okay.
but still better. But still best. Like, I won't take anything away from the experience. So it's still crazy, right?
That's
the
the
rest
best
of the door.
experience of heartbreak.
It's the best
you will
heartbreak. It's
ever
the best heartbreak I've ever had. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Okay, so you said you didn't negotiate a deal. Looking back on it, hindsight 2020, would you do it again? Would you run it back, or would you cut a deal? It's more fun.
Wow.
Honestly,
Put them on the spot. Why don't you?
I say no. I'm going for it.
I'm going for it
run
all.
it back
I'm
again.
going for it again. Yeah, I'm going for
So
it.
next year, when you guys are in this tournament again, you're in the final. You're saying no,
going for it.
we're going back again.
It all depends if my son needs to go on a trip. I don't know. It might be, guys, you might need to split this thing. Let's get something in our hands here. You know? we're roughing it here, man.
Listen, guys.
Gotta leave with something.
I'm out
Well,
of
it
body
also
armor.
depends if you guys end up playing Newton again in the final.
Oh, no, then
There's
nah.
a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I know. That's a different ballgame. Yeah.
You got to make a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. You guys got to give them credit. They're a good team.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Very good.
They're a good team.
Striker.
Yeah.
Any notable players that you guys knew or after learning about where you're like, okay,
All
this
right.
guy's a serious player.
The striker and the center mid. He's like a
Right.
short white guy.
Yeah.
The feet.
Nice.
Very
They're a
good.
good team.
Very good.
They're a good team as well. Even they know how to use their goalie as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably
It helps.
crucial.
It helps.
It helps.
Oh, 7-on-7, you got to be able to use the
Yeah.
keeper,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Make
Like,
it AV7.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Especially when
I just want to let you know, our goalie Smitty was standing on his head.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you were watching this game, that score could have easily been different. The
Oh,
first,
yeah.
he was standing on his head. Yeah.
He made on the line saves, and I was
Yeah,
I saw
he
one
was-
of them, and I was just like, I was nowhere to be
was it.
found.
Yeah.
I was defending, and I was nowhere to be found in that play, and I was just like, he just touches it out, and it comes
Did you guys
back.
know who John Smith was going to his tournament?
Yeah, we played.
No,
I
I
played. with him.
No?
He didn't, but I did. That's
Yeah.
that's how mixed up the team was. We didn't really know.
But when I saw the roster, and then I obviously looked at the goalie being a goalie, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, John Smith's like, oh, legend. I trained. You know, obviously, I knew of him like U of T, FC Edmonton back in then.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
like, well, this guy's out here.
He's out. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, he's here.
So there you go. I just met him on the trip.
And
there
yeah.
you go.
Good guy.
Oh
yeah, he's solid. He's my roomie.
Oh,
yeah, he was my roomie. He's solid. He came late. It was me and Chams were in the room. We got there early, so we got to bed. Smitty's a big boy. Called Smitty. I'm like, Smitty, where are you, man? He's like, oh, we're about an hour. I'm like, how are you an hour away? You guys left at the same time as us. Yeah, we took the scenic route. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, just to let you know, you got the cot, big guy. He sat on the cot the whole day, waking up with like his back. But he's a solid dude. He's a solid cat.
Thank God for those massage therapists.
Yeah.
Minnie working them over.
It was crazy.
So,
Yeah.
okay, we got to ask the question because obviously you get to the final, the $1 million is on the line. Did you guys even start thinking about what you might spend the money on? Was that like a conversation at all? It has to, like, a money tournament, it's got to come through your mind, right?
I know my mother would have taken most of it. So
Taxed. He got
Right
taxed.
Valid.
CRA coming and my mother's coming.
Valid. Okay, fair enough.
Buy yourself a hot meal. And
Yeah,
call it a day. Go back to your
McDonald's.
9 to 5.
$8. I only got 2 juniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bad way to spend the money, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Bills.
Bill,
Going somewhere, maybe doing something with it, with the wife, with the kid. Spread it a little bit if I could, you know, with some of the guys, maybe. You know,
Go
out, do something. Yeah.
Would. Definitely.
I just-
Nothing crazy,
we had
though.
To, we had to ask the question.
Yeah.
You get to the final, and all of a sudden there's $1 million on the line.
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy.
I don't know what you
Yeah.
want to spend it on. I don't know, but even when we were playing, we were so eager to just like win. Nobody really had the money on their mind.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was-
like,
Fair
okay,
enough.
we can't lose this game right now. Like, what's going on here?
That's the best way to go.
Yeah, it was
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah. That's why, because even an interviewer asked the same question. You guys know what you do with the money? I'm like, buy
figure
formula
that out
and
later.
Pampers. I had no clue what to say.
I'll figure that out later.
That's like that's the sickest part about the tournament. I guess all the viewers were looking at it as $1 million
Exactly.
money and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then here you guys actually playing in it.
Yeah.
And here you guys are like, no, I'm just trying to win
wanna
this
win.
game
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
It's kind of like the beauty of sport.
It is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the great part about sports. So before we let you go, I want to ask one question. Each of you give me an answer for this, okay? What is the biggest takeaway that you guys are each taking away from the soccer tournament?
Honestly, the experience.
Yeah.
It was just like, because I've never, obviously, like you said, Florida, but the Disney Showcase, but this one was just, I don't know. They made you play in the stadium. People were watching.
Yeah.
It was sold out certain days, and everybody was crowding around the other grass fields on the outside of the stadium. So it's just like, when random people come to watch you and like they're cheering, it's like they don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
They're still like cheering. Like two guys were watching Smitty, and they're like, Smitty, yeah, say that. Then he switched sides, and they're like, yeah, Smitty, we're on this side now. We're ready for you. We're ready. It's just like those two guys just back and forth, just screaming his name.
Yeah.
These are random guys, and then they want to talk to you after. They're like, you played well. I want to see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then some kids are asking for your jerseys. They want shin pads.
Yeah.
And I was like, my shin pads are sweaty. He was like, I don't care. Just sign it. I want it.
It's crazy.
It's
They want
great.
you in your drawers.
Yeah. They didn't even care.
They didn't care.
They didn't care if you lost. I was pissed off. I was facing the other way. Just you know when you lose, you're like like I was shocked. I was like, Damion, Graham, give me your jersey. Graham. Bro, I just lost $1 million.
Give me 5
Why are you
minutes,
calling?
man.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying. Let me relax. Let me come down a bit. Graham, give me something. Hey. I waited a bit. Jared calls me. Jared's like, Damion. I look around at Jared because it's Jared. He stitched me up. The kid's looking right in my eyes. He goes, he wants your jersey. I'm like, oh.
I get that.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right.
Yeah.
It was good, man. Definitely experience, though.
That's awesome, guys. All right, so we're gonna take another break on the other side. Maybe a little bit more talk about this. We'll throw some ideas around.
I need to see some behind the scenes stuff.
Yes.
I need to get a couple more stories before you guys go.
So a little
the
bit
referee
behind the
stuff.
scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a story.
Sounds
We're gonna get
good.
into that on the
That
other
sounds
side.
good.
You're
Yeah,
listening to
yeah.
Footy First here on TSN 1050. Welcome back to Footy First here on TSN 1050. Nick McVicar, Niko Giantsopoulos holding it down. We're joined by Damion Rose and Jared Phillips, or Damion Graham. Wow. It's a rough one there. I'm sorry. Damion Graham and Jared Phillips of SLC. And guys, you had the great tournament. I want to get into some of the other teams in the tournament because obviously, while you were the Canadian team, there were other Canadians playing in the tournament just on other squads. Obviously, we had one on Mo Ali. We had D-Row representing as well. Like, kind of talk about how you saw the other Canadians, if there was any conversation kind of going on or what you thought about these other teams.
Honestly, we chatted to Diro a little bit, of course. Like, we know him. We played with him already.
Yeah.
And he supported us all the way to the final. Like, he was watching. Shamali scored in, semifinal?
That was blading grass.
Or-
That was quarters.
Quarters? And he
Quarters,
did a
yeah.
celebration. He was happy.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So-
yeah.
Yeah. That was nice.
Diro supported us. Obviously, talked to Stefan.
Jabara.
Jabara, yeah. That was about it, really. I didn't really, speak to Steve Nash or, anything like that.
Yeah.
The other one's not really, yeah.
Fair.
Did you go watch any of the other games throughout the tournament? Like when Dwayne D. Rosario did his
His dance.
celebration
Yeah.
at that game or stuff like that? That was
You know
pretty
what?
sick.
We weren't there.
No.
But we heard, obviously,
Yeah.
you seen it. They post right away, instantly. We seen
Yeah,
it. Like
NBC,
they were,
YouTube.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were up to par. No, I didn't see it. Like I said, we were pretty focused, man. We'd lose and we win and guys would be like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We're not staying here. Get treatment. Let's go. We're not watching these games. I'm like, all right, we're focused. Okay, so it was
Sure,
kind of
whatever
a
you
good
say, man.
strategy, It's like, we don't need to watch them. We're focused. I'm like, all right, let's go. Yeah.
Never any beers after the game?
I personally didn't see anyone's.
Honestly, the first time, I did not.
I didn't see it. It was serious. Like $1 million? You
Yeah.
guys better quit it. Quit it. Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
People's first
Water
thoughts are
and
like,
body armor,
But
apparently.
yeah, exactly.
they wanted to go out, and I was like, no. Too much is on the line.
Yeah,
Go
so
out after.
you guys were you guys one of the leaders on the team? You said there was young boys on the team. You had to
There's
I
a
mean,
few.
keep guys in line. I mean, you put a bunch of guys in a hotel room, put them in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina. I could see myself or some other guys getting in some trouble. Was that ever a
Niko
thought
in
or no?
trouble? No.
The most trouble you get in is the distance from the gas station to the hotel.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they put you in, so you can't get into any
You can't
trouble.
go anywhere.
nothing.
Yeah.
You could. It's just a lot harder.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
You're
Exactly.
looking for trouble. At that point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. fair.
But no, they're on the same page. The young boys, they pulled their weight. They were on the same
for
page.
sure.
They weren't trying to go out. They weren't trying to do stuff.
No.
They were listening. They were ready for the task at hand. So
After every game, straight recovery.
yeah, it was good.
Nothing
It was
else.
good to see.
That's key. And like
Yeah.
Nico asked, like, who was the leadership group of the squad? Like, I mean, I know everyone had to buy in, but who really did step up as kind of the leaders?
The guy that put up the bread.
Absolutely.
Well,
Kova, man.
Kova, yeah.
Kova was
He did it all.
He was doing everything.
team manager.
Yeah.
Everything from warm ups to getting stuff in line to like, you know what I mean? You guys know emotions run high sometimes, and like
absolutely.
you don't see stuff like behind the scenes or what happens on the bench, but emotions run high, and like we had like a certain like falling out, but it wasn't a falling out. It was just emotions were high, and I know when I knew our team was like won, it ended like this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just want the best for you. Yeah, no problem. Got back out there.
Yeah.
And we
You
did our thing.
Won
They
the
give
game.
each other a minute, and then you're
it was
back.
that.
Okay,
It was
let's
that.
go.
You know what I mean? And then that was it. But Kobo was the guy. Keep
Calm it
everyone
all
in
down.
check. You know, everyone is in
key.
check. Yeah.
That's a key player right there.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, I've played on teams where I had to be that guy, and some
Yeah.
teams that didn't have that guy. And
Exactly.
It's just like those
You need
teams,
that.
They're different. They're different for sure.
No, you need that.
Also experience though. Like he's I don't know. Like I can't say he's been there on like that level, but like $1 million thing. But he's played many games.
Yeah,
so
he's
you
played
know.
all
Yeah.
over, right? So he knows what it takes
Yeah.
to be that kind of leader.
So this soccer tournament, do you think, because it was somewhat unknown, at least to compare to what it is now, everyone knows about this
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
You think this was the easiest year to win it?
Definitely.
I'm gonna say yeah because it's the first year. Now, like you said, now a lot of people know. I'm getting messages. This guy's getting messages. People are messaging me left, right, and center. Well, I didn't know this was going on. So now
We're going to be putting squads together.
they're gonna be, and not only that, like I said, you guys don't really see what goes on behind the scenes. Guys that we beat, they almost didn't want to shake our hands.
Oh yeah.
Jared can say, like, it was like pulling teeth to try and shake their hand. Like, good game, like, and these are pros, so that means they're pissed. Next year is gonna be a different thing because I don't know. I don't think they know how big it was, right?
It was a relatively clean tournament as well. I didn't
No,
see any I don't think I've ever been to a money tournament in the GTA and there hasn't been at least 3 or 4
9-1.
fist fights.
A couple brawls here and there. It's fine.
You know, 3K's on the line. Come on.
3K,
But,
1 million. It's safe
But
there.
this
It's
tournament,
fine.
it didn't seem like that. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't
There's
see
a little
anything
bit
like
of
that.
arguing
Yeah.
between players, but it's
That's
nothing
normal.
like, oh, I want to go take that guy out. Nothing crazy like that.
No,
you know?
no one's meeting each other in the
No.
in the locker room.
No,
or
I
in
know,
the
I know.
hallway.
Saying, I've seen it happen. It's
Yeah.
not
Oh, no,
ordinary.
I see it happen in beer league hockey. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll meet you in the parking lot. Let's go. I'm like, are you kidding me, guys? It's Friday night beer league
Yeah.
hockey. What are we
Just
doing?
go home,
here?
guys. Go home.
You know, but I think because the stakes are so high, you get a cleaner game, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
don't
the
wanna-
higher the
you don't
level,
wanna ruin it for your
you're
team.
on.
Exactly.
Everything's live. Like you're being filmed. Anything you do, like they can see all 32 teeth in your mouth. Like you can't do anything. You know what I mean. So you want to do that? They're like, okay, that's fine. This player can't come next year. If you forget what I'm trying to say, you know. So
Yeah.
you're on a radar.
Or like, let's say your team's doing well. It's a set quarterfinals, right? You don't want to put yourself at risk of
Exactly.
missing the next 2
Exactly.
matches. If you're
Exactly.
doing well, right?
Really know it. I might never talk to a guy if he does something. So
I really wouldn't. No, I honestly really wouldn't.
Especially
Yeah,
the
you
keeper.
process.
That's
Yeah.
especially the keeper can't be doing
Well, that's
stuff
like
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
one-
Yeah,
It's like, yo,
exactly.
if I let one go through my legs in the final for $1 million, I'm like, I can never look at
Yeah.
these guys. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to move.
But player versus player, no. Player versus referee.
Ooh, okay. There seems to be a story there. You wanna throw that one out there, my man?
What, quarterfinals?
Here we
The
go.
quarterfinals on?
and a bit of finals. We'll start quarters.
Just like
What
they
happened?
didn't want to give us anything.
Oh, here we
One
go.
guy was looking directly at some of us and just like, oh, get up. And it's just like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, it was.
The guy took out like one of our players. Like, what?
Guy double leg
Yeah.
tackled. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Crazy.
I wasn't there, but the referee must be bad because you don't really hear winning teams because you guys won
Yeah.
that match
Yeah.
complaining about the referees.
Yeah,
So it must have
yeah.
been
It was
pretty,
unbelievable. And even in the finals where I think Raheem Rose dribbled, he bumped into the ref. Like,
Oh,
the ref
my.
stood in his path after he went that direction.
Probably beat a guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
And then the ball went through and he bumped in the ref. The ref's like, oh, my bad. Excuse me? What do you mean, my bad? That's our ball now. You blocked the man
my-
from going
Were
somewhere.
you playing a North Carolina team and some homer
That
No,
was
around?
but
the
it was like a
finals.
state.
You would
team.
think.
It was,
That was
yeah,
the final, though.
yeah, the final. It was state
And
team.
then
So,
even
yeah,
the PK where he didn't call, and I was like,
yeah, on this guy. Oh my goodness.
I was
And
like,
I
really?
listen. I'm not one to talk about referees. I'm a guy I like to play my game. I don't even like to go down when someone hits me. But let me tell you, that was a PK hands down. I'm honestly convinced he's seen Jared go down one like this and looked away because I don't know how you don't call that a PK, but
Unbelievable.
whatever.
Because there was a one on the side on the where were the corners. They put 4 out.
Yeah.
So one on the corners and then one in the middle and then one.
Was there always 4 or just for the finals they
Just
put
for
out
the
4?
finals, they had 4 out.
Yeah, you better.
Exactly, right?
Was there VAR in the tournament?
No.
No
No,
VAR.
no.
Okay.
I think
Next year.
Next
Next year. You watch. Yeah.
Man,
Budget,
you gotta
budget.
keep improving. That's the next thing.
100%
It's fun.
next year. For sure. For sure.
Crazy. The fourth guy looks at me. I look at him and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, like what's going on here? Didn't say a word. Didn't say a word.
Yeah.
We've all dealt with refs like that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's part of the
at
game.
the youth level, you expect that. At the $1
I
million
don't know what
match.
I'd do if
Yeah.
Right? You got to fight.
You got to get back on your bike though, because I'm telling you, they're coming back down. They don't, the ref's not calling it. Those guys are flying back down. You want to talk to the ref? That's your problem,
And on
So
a shorter field, it doesn't take much.
that's
it doesn't take much time to get from one end to the other.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh boy! Well, gentlemen, we really appreciate you taking the time today to join us. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk about the experience, to talk about your game. Hopefully, we can get you back on the next time you guys are playing in this. Because let's be honest, we want you back there.
You guys running it back though? Put it out there now. Like there's another tournament. You guys are in.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there. If you get the call, yeah, for sure. I'm there, 100%.
You got about Kova, right?
Yeah, Kova, Josh. Yeah.
Call me every week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, if Kova's for kids listening and stuff like that,
Yeah.
want to play in the tournament, they're gonna be adding Kova
Kova.
on Instagram right now. Like, his
For
DM.
sure.
While
I
he's
need a
studying-
spot.
While
Well-
he's studying his residency in BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, seriously, thank you so much for joining us, Damion Graham, Jared Phillips.
Thank you.
Been an absolute pleasure to have
One,
you guys on.
one thing. Could I just shout out our team?
Absolutely,
they
please.
can't
Do
be
it.
here. They
Do
can't
it.
be here. So shout out all the guys at SLC FC. Like it was a serious bunch. So Jared could tell you car rides and everything. It was one to remember. Shout out all the guys again and our coaching staff and everyone that was there.
Perfect.
Couldn't have ended it that any better than that. So, guys, thank you again. We're going to take one last break. On the other side, it's prediction time here on Footy First. Welcome back to Footy First here on TSN 1050. Nick McVicar and Niko Giantsopoulos holding it down. Niko, what a great conversation we just had with the guys from SLC, but we got lots of picks to get to. Serge, obviously not here this week. But don't worry, we got his picks, so I'm going to play them right now, and then we'll get to ours, okay? So here's Sergio's picks for this week.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Beautiful day for some soccer, lots of action. Tough day actually for the Canadian MLS teams. Let's get right into it. TFC versus Nashville. I have Nashville taking it. Montreal versus Minnesota, I got Montreal. Halifax versus Valor, I have Valor. Forge Pacific, let's go tie there. Canada versus Panama, come on Canada with the win there. Valor versus Forge, I got a tie. And our game of the week, Whitecaps versus first place Cincinnati, I have to go with Cincinnati 3-1.
So, 8 matches here, Nico. Those are Serge picks. Let's get right into it. TFC hosting Nashville. Who you got?
I'm gonna go TFC.
You got TFC. I'm taking Nashville in this one. I think it's just a tough matchup for TFC. CF Montreal, Minnesota.
I got Minnesota. I think Montreal's gonna be a bit kicked in the stomach after losing that cup final, and it's a quick turnaround as well. They're only
They've
a
played a
couple
lot
days.
of matches in the last few weeks, too. I'm with you. I think Minnesota wins this one. Vancouver Whitecaps, Cincinnati is our game of the week, so we'll get to it at the end. Halifax hosting Valor.
I got a draw in this one.
I'm going to take Valor in this one. I liked how they've played for the last little bit, so I'm going to stick with them. Forge Pacific.
Pacific. I think
Pacific.
Forge also has had a long run of games, and eventually you're just going to slip up a little bit and just be tired, and even the best feel tired. So I think Pacific might get the upper hand on them.
I'm with you with that one. Pacific has the win in that one. Cavs hosting Vancouver FC.
Cavs.
Yeah, I'm with that. Canada in the Nations League semis against Panama.
Canada will take it. We can't do a draw on this one, correct?
No, it has to. They have to get to
So
the.
just advance to
Yeah,
advance.
advance,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Canada to advance. Win.
Yeah, I got Canada as well. Valor hosting Forge.
Forge.
I'm going to take a draw on this one.
Nice.
I like the draw on this one. And then our game of the week, Vancouver Whitecaps hosting FC Cincinnati. Score and winner.
I got a 2-0 win for FC Cincinnati.
I got a 1-0 win for Cincinnati. I think, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a really tough time for the MLS Canadian sides this week. You can actually check us out on FanDuel. The no Canada parlay, take all 3 teams against the Canadian teams, you get some really good value on that one on
Yeah,
FanDuel.
incredible. It was like 22.50 or plus
Yeah, it's
22.50.
gross.
Three
disgusting.
leg parlay, 22.50.
Yeah. So
Put that mill on the line.
that'll do it for us this week. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll have hopefully all 3 of us back, but if not, I'll be here regardless. So thank you for listening to Footy First here on TSN 1050.